Hi, this is John Wanoa from Auckland, New Zealand, here for Moai King William Trust. I'm addressing this video, short clip, to Luke.Appleby from the TVONEnews. He wanted to know what happened on the 28th of September 2015 on 1/61 Cook Street. So I'll put the letter to him shortly and email it with this short clip to you, Luke, and I'll wait for your response. I've left numbers for you to call me on Skype. Moai Energy 1 is the name of my Skype name, and we can discuss further the developments over the 6 years, 4 months, 3 weeks period since this case started in 2008. So it's ongoing with every event that's documented and filed into the High Court of Admiralty in London on the highest judge court in the world. Okay, these cases are running 200 million over before they'll go to the high judge. So it's on video record there and here in as much as over 700 videos as proof of claim over these lands and anything that's been fraudulent or crimes committed in mortgage liens and mortgage bank loans which has occurred on that land block over the last transfer and the first transfer from the Crown and the deeds of title from Britain to the from the King of England through Queen Victoria on the Queen's Elizabeth side of the Maori iwi Lynn's land title documents for loans in the banks. On the other side, I'm operating under our flag of jurisdiction here. You see, I'll just stand up and show you this 8-point star here of King William, his photo here of him, and his 8-point star on around his neck. So I'm acting in the capacity of surrogate King William IV to talk for him direct as a default of his title back to the King when the Queen abandoned ship, as you would say in Admiralty, from Westminster to EU Parliament. And he took the sovereignty from England, Wales, Ireland and Scotland into the EU Parliament and left Hanover, the King of Hanover title in Devon, Plymouth County, with the sheriff there and the Plymouth County, which I'm using that title to claim as the contract with this flag you see in the background here of his 4 stars in the corner of the Sea of Admiralty blue, and the 8-point star I'm wearing here, okay, here, and on my head, okay, on my head, there. Okay, you can see his crown, it sits at the top, it's the crown of his monarchy, sovereignty, to Britain, UK, as the King of England, Ireland, Scotland, and Hanover, and Moai Pacific Islands. Now that's what this 8 points is. 1 point for Queen Victoria Trust, which I'm going there to replace the Queen as head of state, and the 7 points for the 7 wakas of the Pacific Islands, which I represent as the native side of our surname Wanoa, and the British government in Westminster. Okay, so that applies to this land title on 1/61 Cook Street. Why I am sporting these coat of arms here. Put the camera down a little bit so you can see me and what I'm wearing. Okay, so in the background we have the flag of jurisdiction, the 1835 flag of jurisdiction of Admiralty, mortgage loans and bank acts of Parliament of 1834, the Bank of England, King William IV Acts, and also the pound note King William Acts of Westminster 1834 that I'm using on these mortgages to levy debtor anyone who has been fraudulent on that land block and any other piece of land in this country against the pound note levy debtor. Okay, so we're using that as collateral instruments against those people. On 1/61 Cook Street, we've warned that anyone that gets in our road of this badge of the King William, you see there, okay, you see the badge around his neck with 8 points on, is the 8 points here I'm wearing with his crown on the top, okay, that's around his neck, okay, so that's King William the Fourth, who created all the acts from 1830 to 1837 that we are still using in our Commonwealth government, Maui King William Commonwealth government, here on 1/61 Cook Street. We've already set it up to Devon in England, Devonport, England, to Devonport, here in Auckland, New Zealand. New Plymouth, here, to Plymouth County in Devon, England, as the sheriff of King William, his surrogate sheriff, I'm acting, okay? There's no dispute about that in this title. Luke.Appleby from the TVONEnews. I'm talking to you with authority of my Moai statue that's standing in the Queen Elizabeth Great Court in London. Is my title as the the Maui, Wanoa, Royal Family, Tahitian title, native title holder. Okay, that's our memorial statue, standing there, my authority of God's face and truth, sovereign truth, that I'm using on this land block. You'll see all the documents. You go and type John Wanoa, W-A-N-O-A, in Facebook, and you'll see there 62 Facebook sites with lots of information right back to 2008. You'll find everything around this land block in this book I have of jurisdiction. I'll just get the book and show you. Here we have the book, Luke. Here we have the book of the title and the jurisdiction of a property seizure arrest warrant on that block of land. It's all in here. It's online on Facebook, but we've got to put all the rest of the pages in. And in here we have citations from what the Pope said and quoted after destroying all corporations and trusts. We quoted this book. My deputy sheriff, you can see I've made a list of citations. The first 4 in what the Pope has said, and I cite the police and the staff, and also my deputy sheriff cited them as well. That the Pope said this. I better read it out to you from the book, so that it's better coming from here, from me. I'll do it for you. I'll go to the page and show you. Okay, I'm going to read it out to you so that you can put it and make an investigation. Luke.Appleby, I wish you to do an investigation of this fraud land transaction in this title, and it's very simple to explain it. Now, this is what the Pope said in his address as Count 1. Count 1 says, Pope Francis makes law, destroys every corporation in the world. Count 2 says, the Vatican created a world trust using the birth certificate to capture the value of each individual's future productive energy. Each state, province, and country in the fiat monetary system contributes their people's value to this world trust, identified by the SS, SIN or EIN numbers, brackets for example, maintained in the Vatican registry. Full stop. corporations worldwide, including here, brackets, individuals became corporate fictions through their birth certificates, inner brackets, are connected to the Vatican through law. Brackets, Vatican to Crown to Bar, B-A-R in capitals, corporate, to laws, to judge, to the people, close bracket, and through money, brackets, Vatican birth accounts value to IMF, to Treasury, brackets, Federal Reserve, in brackets, to banks, to people, brackets, loans, unbracket, to judges, brackets, administration, and sheriffs, confiscation, in brackets. Okay, the word confiscations is what I'm doing with this badge, and King William's authority, straight to us, okay? Remember what I said a minute ago? The Queen has abandoned ship and gone into the EU Parliament and taken all the wealth with her and cleaned out the HM Treasury Trust. I'm going there to replace her as the head trustee, okay? Now, count 3. Judges administer the birth trust account in court matters favouring the court and the banks, comma, acting as presumed beneficiaries, in brackets. That's us, you. Since they have not properly advised the true beneficiaries, in brackets, of their trust account. That's the citizens' trust accounts. They've faked them as the real beneficiaries. Okay? Trust. Count 4. Listen here. Luke, listen to this one. This is what I'm citing them on, this count 4 citation. Judges, comma, attorneys, comma, bankers, comma, lawmakers, comma, law enforcement, and all public officials, brackets, servants, unbracket, are now held personally liable for their confiscation of true beneficiaries' homes, comma, cars, comma, money, and assets. False imprisonment, comma, deception, comma, harassment, and conversion of the true beneficiaries' trust funds. And that's why I'm going to England to seize our trust of Queen Victoria and put it back into the King William's Trust with this badge. Okay, that's his title. And I want you, Luke, to have a look at the opening of the Rugby World Cup games in Cardiff, England. Okay, it's all run by English government. In Wales and England are going to be the only countries left in the British UK 4-state countries. There's no state now, and legal. The Pope has demolished the state from the church. Okay, so the church is standing on its own, with the Pope on the Catholic Church and the Queen in the Church of England have joined the churches on Parnell Road and slid the Catholic Church across the road in Parnell, Auckland, New Zealand, and parked it beside the Church of England, St. Mary's. Okay? So I'm just telling you, I did a video on YouTube. It's on Facebook. Okay? Just to show you, at the same time they slid it over the road, they signed, the Queen signed with the Pope, the new marriage of convenience of the two churches to whop out all their mortgage fraud, and the Queen made herself immune from prosecution from citizens, but not from monarchs like myself, the native monarch of Tahiti and East Island, where they're playing with the rugby ball in the opening games. This is how devious the British are to usurp my mana of the Moai, which is my own Wanoa family's history of cultural inheritance. They've pinched it and made it the ball, kicked the ball, the young fella kicked the ball in the sky, then it came down as a Moai, then it went into the ground, then they pull on the ropes that way, some football players, right, the Rugby Cup football players, then they pull the other way, back with ropes back the other way, and out shot one moai there and one moai there. Okay, what does that tell you, Luke.Appleby from TVONEnews? I think it's a great story to write in TV. Okay, I want to expose the the masking of our history inside the Jesuits of the Catholic Church and the Queen and her royal families and Rothschilds. That's what I'm made up. Green pound note, you'll see in my site, with 970 million trillion pounds against the Rothschild banks, which are using the pound notes, and the Queen, her royal families, debt against her and her fraud, and our trust funds and gold. 1.2 million tons of gold is missing, Luke. So I want you to inquire into that as well. Okay, it's a big story. It's true. What I say is true, with them using the pyramids, which is our title on our flag. You'll see the Moai flag with Moai, then and the pyramids and the obelisk and the Sun Ra and the stars, the 3 constellation stars. Hang on a second, I must be there. Hang on. Hello, John here. I'm just doing a TV1 video, so ring me back in 20 minutes, okay? I'm doing a video, okay. Yes, so that's someone ringing to see how I'm getting on. However, that's anyway, Luke, I just want to let you know that I am talking with authority with this badge and his coat of arms. That one there is the 15 countries, states of the and the entities of King William the Emperor. That's where he gets the Emperor from. All these titles he holds, I am talking for him and those titles, okay? So the Pope has mucked around with these, but the one you see at the top is Hanover, okay? So they could not touch the King of Hanover title in Devon, because by Salic law, it is forbidden for any woman or man to use it, because it's the bloodline of King William on his land, alienated from the English, okay? I'm English Rogan, look, I'm English Rogan. Judges in Auckland and Australia married the Wanoa family and the Monarch family. Okay, they went straight for my family at the East Coast, where the Maryland court was put together with that Rogan, Dick Rogan, and this John Rogan put the titles together that I'm doing in this book. Okay, so that's why no one can inquire into what I do and why no one touches anything in this book online. When your photo goes into that book in a box, wanted, it's stuck as a levy debtor against the pound note, look. Okay, so no one should interfere or get in the road of the Marshals. So on that day, the police responded to a public complaint about stopping their business, okay? And they used that excuse because we went in there for a fraud criminal case. And they rang their police to come in to attend to their domestic dispute or business complaint. We went there to get them off the land under a criminal fraud case. Okay, so our record is there. I'm making all these clips and things as proof of claim that they committed the crime and put themselves as third party. There was no sight of the landowner, who's on Shortland Street, which is only about 3 minutes away from that land block. He failed to come to rescue his office staff, the 6 of them, okay? And so left them to fight for themselves. That's the worst thing any public can do when Marshals or someone of authority comes in and they won't move. They did not move, so they had to be physically moved to get them out of there, because that's what we had designed for a long time, to get them off the land. And until they could prove that it wasn't a fraud case, it is a fraud case, right? At the end of the day, the property manager was given a notice of eviction 2 weeks ago. He said he'll take it to his lawyer. I wanted it to take 9th of September, actually, the day that I gave the Marshals the orders of the King Surrogate to seize the property, okay, because of the fraud. And by law, we are allowed to take our land back. So the Marshals decided to give them a bit of time to get their lawyer. Well, because they're United Nations Marshals, Federal Marshals, they're approved to do such a job. That's why I contracted them with their badge. They have their badges too. You see, they had authority to do what they did, to remove them. And they did. They removed them successfully out of the office and out the door. That's when the police stepped in. And they are not lawyers to make decisions. That's what the problem is with the police, are covering up the fraud as third parties. I already told them, Luke, I will charge them £1 trillion each a day, each police and each person that got in my road. It doesn't matter whatever figure I put and write on the pound note. It sticks because the British are our partners. The British military are our partners, and so is Westminster government. After we get rid of the House of Lords, because that's the King's job. I'm doing the King's job to remove them when I get there to Devon and set up a new Commonwealth government there with the original 4 states of Britain, UK. I've got to patch it back together and sack the whole lot of Westminster, Luke. Can you understand what I'm saying? Because I have authority to talk like a king, sound like a king, and act like a king. And I am doing that because they gave me that title, King John, and it sticks. It sticks with this flag. This is the only flag in the world that has a multitude of titles in it, okay? It is the King George flag, Red Cross, and this coat of arms here, look, is King George III, the father of King George IV, King William IV, and King Ernest Augustus V. 3 brothers on the shirt. Okay, I'm just telling you. Now, I go there because the Queen vacated. She jumped ship and abandoned the British people. That's why she wants Westminster shut down. Well, she's not going to get a wish because I'm there standing in the way of Prince Charles. And he is sporting a 8-point star on his coat of arms. Okay? Now, this is Ireland. This 8-point star with the crown on top, here I've got here, and the one on King William, up on his, here, right? You can see it on Facebook more clearly. That is Irish. He's the King of Ireland. And that is Irish soil land, St. Patrick's Order. Now, that's what the Pope is using for his New World Order title. He's stolen my Cosgrove lawyers' Irish ancestry and put it as his title. You see? And then the Queen stole my Maui statue and put it in the rugby with the rugby ball on East Island. It's East Island. They've stolen all that from my native Wanoa royal family. Okay? I'm just telling you a true story, Luke. Why I am wearing these clothes with these authority. And Hanover on this side. Hanover, this one. This side. There's Hanover up the top here again. Right? Hanover at the top. Hanover at the top. Here. Okay? That's the last one left. They couldn't touch it. Why? It's our contract. It's our contract to this flag. Okay? King William's flag. Here, with the 4 points, 8 points. 4 stars, 8 points. 4 corners of the earth. Na atua e wa. That's the name of this business with 1 1/4 trillion shares. Look. That's a registered company here in New Zealand, okay? That's why I'm going as a company to levy debtor the whole lot of them, and including John Key and everybody, okay? True story. The memorials is my statue standing in London, and King William IV, right here, okay? 2 memorials, most powerful in the world. Emperor, and my God's law, L-O-R-E, sovereign truth. You can't get any higher than that. That's why it's not worth going to the court, because they can't talk like this. They have no jurisdiction higher than the king. Won't go anywhere lower than the king. That's why the police here cannot do anything about it. And the UN Marshal head, John Manga, he went to the High Court and told the judge, stay out of the road. You have no jurisdiction over what we do. So that meant no one can go to the courts with any case on their block. Okay? He blocked it off with his badge, and I'm using this badge to go over the Pope and the Queen and the Rothschild banks. Okay? At the end of them, as far as I'm concerned, when I get to England. But in the meantime, we're going onto that block, we're going to seize it, and let the CIB go in and do their job with the fraud. I went, the CIB came to see me, Philip Taylor, okay? He knows who I am. Came to see me, and he says how I'm getting on. When am I going to arrest the Queen and Prince Charles? I said, as soon as I arrest this property in 1/61 Cook Street. I'm going to do it as soon as I get my shirt. And I've been in there to do it. And the police got in the way again. That's the 4th time they got on the road. 2 times with me, and 2 times with, 1 time with the Marshals the last time. Right, just now, on the 28th, okay, of September 2015. The 9th and the 10th was when I went in myself and tried to get them out. They wouldn't go. And the police came in, okay, and they got me off and trespassed me. So I went back here, rang my police up, and they called me in, my deputy called me in, and they said, their police said, oh, you're trespassed. I said, no, I've got my own police coming. You'll be here in a minute. You see, so the old people came down from the police station, because they know me too well over the years. What's going on in there is a straight, big fraud, okay? So this flag here, I must finish off the story about that. It is a black seal around the Red Cross, which is the protectorate of the British military. They are obligated to help us out at any stage. Okay, if the police and every other authority doesn't work for us, then we have the right to get the British military here to finish them off. Okay, that's what's going to happen. I told them, I warned them, the British will come here and take my place to authorise if this didn't all else failed. Okay, so the police here in New Zealand are failing me and the King. Okay, where they came here, everybody came around the world on King William's ticket. Okay, his admiralty of the bank notes, the pound notes. Okay, went through the IMF, from the Vatican, the IMF and the World Bank, and it went from the pound note of the British, of the Rothschilds, the pound note when they took over the Bank of England. Okay, I'm going to bankrupt the Rothschilds pound note with this original pound note we have from King Tawhao from Waikato. Okay, we still have the printing of that, and we're going to do it. Okay, we've already got the notes in the bank. All right, that's what I'm saying, Luke. It's a very, very intensive story. True, right to its word. Now the proof in this flag here is it's as well as a Confederation 1835 Declaration of Independence of this country. That is the only flag in the world that has got a declaration inside it. It's got a British military inside it. It's got the kings inside of it, of the George family, right? It's got all that in it. And it's also got the 4 stars around the world title, the Commonwealth, in the flag. And they hid it away in the government here in Wellington. And they raked all the money out of it. So I'm going to rake it all back to the people of the world, where follow that money trail. And that's what I'm doing. I'm following the money trail where the Queen took it and corrupted everything with the Rothschilds and the Vatican. Okay, so they're going to get the bill, 970 million trillion pound note. You'll see on my site, green pound note, Luke, that explains why we can build them against that levy debtors note. Okay, so we've got figures against that, and to seize all their properties to pay for it, and they still won't have enough. They'll still be short on Mark, but it doesn't matter because we'll take it anyway. So this is the pound note here. It's in black and white in the book here. Luke, you can see Jamie there. She's a Patrick. Jamie Patrick. And because of the St. Patrick's order, is the new world order of this 8-point star. Okay, so she's a Patrick Irish. Okay, and me there. And the pound note, the 970 million trillion pound note is right there against all the royal families and all the crooked church and state. Before, it's not a church and state now, it was before. It was there before they shut it down. Okay? I'm saying that me there as Moai and Jamie as the 8-point star of St. Patrick's order. And the Patrick name goes with her name and me with the Moai. There you go. 8-point star, Patrick. Ireland, land, soil. Me, Rogan, England, land, soil, Westminster. And Devon, English. Me, Rogan, family. And Cosgrove, Irish. Okay? Lawyers. Hello, John here. Yes, I'm still doing the video. I'm still running the video. Okay? Okay, later on. Okay. Yeah, somebody ringing again. So sorry about that, Luke. I always get calls all the time on the phone. I was hoping that you would ring so I can explain things, but anyway, I'm explaining to you on this video, in front of the whole world, everything that I do and say, you'll see online, especially that on1 bar 61 Cook Street. I'll explain that. It was predetermined with the CIB. You know who? Philip Taylor has been with me right through from 2008, right through. And Graham Allett, the ex-detective from Scotland Yard, and got his own practice here as a private detective. So he's got all the files on this, and he knows it's a fraud. Nobody's telling me it's fraud. Not even the police. They won't open their mouth, but I'll get it out. In the end, it's a fraud. No matter what, no one's saying anything. Even the police are saying nothing. But I've made a decision that they are fraudulent. The longer they take to sell on that land is costing them, and they'll lose everything. Okay, that's what I'm saying, Luke. I mean that the law prevails on anyone who cannot answer to an affidavit or this book is a title. This is the King's title to everything in the Commonwealth in the world. Okay, that's the house of cards right there, Luke. When this land falls over, the rest of them fall over because they're all same crook. Okay, they're all same fraud. And the Queen has gone. She's thrown with the money. We're going after the money. We're going to pay the British military with the pound note, write it out for 10 years, and they'll go after it because they are partners. They have to retrieve it or salvage, as in Admiralty court-martial law. We have the Admiralty, the rights to use the pound note, print, and the right to use his gold coins, and also his authority and his Acts of Parliament 1830 to 1837, Hanging in Chains Act, 1834, Hanging in Chains Act for pirates who wrote the system of our business between here and England. Nobody else from here and England. Wherever it went is what the Queen took it around the world and frauded. The trustees in the Queen Victoria Trust is the head trustee is Queen Elizabeth II, then Prince Andrew, and the King and Queen of Spain. All crooks. They're all crooks. Andrew got caught, the Queen sacked him. The King and Queen Carlos, Juan Carlos, is Prince William's father. Okay? So, Prince William is a Spaniard. I'm English. More to this flag, and more to the King's title and this 8-point star that Prince Charles is wearing on his, I got on Facebook. I put it on today, okay? He's wearing it with Princess Diana when they got married. He's wearing this 8-point star of King William. He's not even anywhere near the male bloodline. Salic law, okay? Forbids him and his female mum from entering into any land transaction or title to the King. So I got Ernest Augustus, the 5th live, he's 63, and his son is 33, to the throne. I'm putting them in the throne myself, nominating to Devon in England on King William Yard property, his entitlement and his inheritance to his ancestor. Okay? and I'm going to go as ambassador for him. I'm the surrogate for King William IV. I can talk for him until he takes over. But I am controlling King William's King of Commerce title and his King's Bench Royal Revenue. Okay? I'll just tell you the citations in this book the Pope said is that I read it out to you, that the judges are the trusts and the banks are the beneficiaries that were acting on our behalf, and the capital letters, and taking the money for themselves. Okay, I'm going to take that back, because they haven't got rid of our Admiralty, because they can't. They can't take the Admiralty, so I'm going to foreclose on everybody with the pound notes. Okay? Okay, Luke, did you get all of that? I hope you did, because you can write a nice story for TVONEnews, but I've just about said it all. If there's anything else you want me to fill in and add to it, then it doesn't take me much to explain everything. But I'm just saying this flag here is the 1835 Declaration of Independence. It's a sovereign. It makes us sovereign. When it goes up on the land block, it becomes the emperor in the will. Okay, from here. It overrides the Pope, because he's not Irish. Okay, he's not from Ireland. He's acting with this 8-point star of Patrick's in Rome, with the Queen is not even Irish. Okay, she's Scottish. So she got that one wrong. And she's fraud on her coronation. She hasn't got a real coronation. Only King William and Queen Victoria. Okay? Her one is fake. Okay? And everything she's done right up to now is fake. That's why they're shifting like sands. Loose sands, shifting sands. Okay? That's your titles with the Lynns. All the land titles are fraud, because she's gone. And she's still above the judge's head in the courts. That's what John said. The United Nations Federal Chief of the Marshals. He said, the Queen's gone. He can walk in the court and say, sorry, she's not there. You can't do that. She's in EU Parliament. Nothing to do with you anymore. Okay? She's a private person. She has businesses of her own as a corporate. Okay? That's why she can't go and abdicate without doing it illegally and fraudulently. That's why I'm going there to stop her. And Prince Charles. And Prince Philip. Prince Philip, the Greece, eats babies' skins. Luke, check that one out. Right? There's a lot of this coming out, but I've got it all over my Facebook sites, that all the evil and the devil in that rugby match is the devil coming out of the ground to conquer Moai and hold the cup up high, as if to say they're going to take over the world with a fake Moai. Okay? They're mirroring image me, the real native. No, we won't have it. Can't have it. No. And also the 8-point star, that they're nothing to do with them in Rome. Nothing to do with the Queen, because she's taken off and vacated the trust. As the head trustee, I'm going there, fill the spot, and become the head trustee. Then get the British military and the military police to go after every single cent of 970 million trillion pound notes from everyone who used the Admiralty for their mortgage and their bank loans, okay? Including this country with the Lynns. That's what I'm saying, Luke. The Lynns titles are suspect now, because the Pope destroyed all his evidence. So he says, my hands are clean, yours are, you can fight it out amongst yourselves, because I'm not in that anymore. You're still stuck in it. With the UCC is gone, civil law is gone, canon law is gone, courier law is gone, and I've got no more laws. But I'm bringing in the New World Order, is in now, in New York and Philadelphia, with China, America, and Rome, as the three superpowers that signed a New World Order in. There's 21 countries in the New World Order. I sent 20 of these flags, Luke, to the Prince of Malta, Prince Peter. Okay? I sent 2 of these to Eddie Monaco in Malta, and the Vatican grabbed them. Okay, so they're playing around with the flag. That's our contract, and so is the Te Ture Whenua 1993 Native Land Act. That's our contract. The Australian Commonwealth of Australian Government used our 93 Act, and Canada and America and Britain, without our Maui Hapu native approval or consent. Okay, so that's another fraud. we can go on and on and on with this flag. It's going to squash them in the end. It is an International Commercial Trading Bank of England flag of the pound note and the chiefs and the Titi Marae and the chiefs up there. Okay, I'm talking for Ngāpui chiefs. They're the only ones who had the guts to go to England to get protection from the king. Okay, and the king gave this flag. That's it. The king gave this flag, and that's the only commercial flag in the world that is Admiralty as mortgage. Okay, you can't find another one that does that. No, this is an emperor, king emperor flag of the British Empire and the Roman Empire is this flag. He was a Catholic and he was a German. So that's stuck in being an alien on my England land, Rogan family. Okay? And also Stuart, that's the other name of Jamie, Anna Marie Stuart Patrick. Okay? And so she has the two names, Stuart, Scotland Yard, that's why she's like a policeman, acts like one, and talks like one, and writes like one. And me, a judge, that acts like one, writes like one, and talks like one. Okay? And so that's my Rogan in me, and the Wanoa Tahiti of Rapa Nui, and Raiatea, and Mokanui, East Cape, North Island, New Zealand, on our landmark. Okay? So that's all I want to say for now. It's supposed to be a short clip, but I'm just passionate about what I do. I'm the truth, God's sovereign truth, and that what prevails over anything the Pope does is fake belief, illusions that they screw everybody's minds and say the world is north up when it's actually south up. Okay, and all those things. The sun is over here, close to the East Cape, and the blood moon is closest to the East Cape than anywhere else in the world on my landmark. Te Pito, there, birth of New Zealand, Aotea, to Te Pito, East Island. 12 o'clock there, noon, or 12 o'clock midnight, 12 o'clock noon, 6 a.m. in the morning, right on the dot at the East Cape, Te Pito, 6 p.m. the Kingdom of Ghana, in Africa. Okay, those are 3 points of the triangle, right on the right time inside the circle of light. Okay, and then at the bottom it's got 12 midnight and 6 p.m. at Te Pito, East Cape, North Island, New Zealand, on my landmarks, Marangaro landmarks of Maui, and 6 a.m. on Ghana, Kingdom of Ghana at Accra. From there, closest to the sun is there at 6 a.m. Right? The opposite. So you now got a square inside a circle of light, the sun Ra, exactly fits perfect law. Perfect, L-O-R-E law. That's Tikanga Maui law of Tahiti and me, the Maui statue. Okay, that's the truth. That they're playing around with my Maui and Cardiff in the football, and the football as a seed of new life and the devil coming out of the ground. Right? Right? Now, can you see a picture emerging here, Luke? I just want to let you know that's the truth. They are using my titles because the Maui statue, Queen Victoria stole my Maui, the first Maui, the Dutch left them alone when they got there first, to East Island, Rapa Nui, and they left them all standing. When the British went there, they chopped them down, banged them over, and they took one back to England in 1868. That's when America lost its sovereignty to Britain, right? That date, when they took the Maui statue and hid it for over 100 years, then brought it out and put it into Queen Elizabeth's Great Court in London, the museum. Okay, so they've locked our memorials. Washington D.C., there's one there, real ones, and there's one in New York, and there's one in Auckland, New Zealand, and South Island, Dunedin. The one in Dunedin's got the hat on his head, the basket of knowledge, the higher intellect, right, frequency, is in that hat, a basket of knowledge, and the one in Auckland, they whopped the head off it, and the one in England, they whopped the head off it, right, so that they got the mana out of it, and they've been sucking on that all these years, Luke. They've been sucking on it. These British pirates that have come here and gone around the world on that ticket of God's truth law, and faked the churches, okay? They put themselves, the devil, inside the church and made them frightened. And the Catholic Church did that. Now the Catholics are fighting and killing Christians. You see how bad things are these days. It's all about power, and they're taking the power out of my moai. I'm going to get my moai back. I want it back, right? My people want our things back out of their museums, and everybody else wants theirs back too. Egypt, they want all their things back, and shut them down. And shut them down, and that's the end of them. And thieving. No more thieving. Go back to square one, where everybody is moai. Moai, claim the moai, and claim everything I claim back with the king. The king is safe. So anytime you see king pound notes, change your currency into that, and it's safe. Okay, we can go right down low and cut them right out. Okay, because it's original. It's the highest form of law in the world. It's the flag. Okay, and the badge. Okay, and this one, King William. Okay, King William. There, that's him. That's him there. With these 8 points there, and my 8 points here. How's that, Luke? That makes sense? Sure does. But the police here have to learn very fast. They're better to join this and leave John Key behind, because his name is in the box in the High Court of Admiralty in London. And my QC lawyer, South Korean, Yu Taek Choi, signed his death warrant. Okay? He didn't know. It was a death warrant. He said, whose name go in the box? I said, oh, John Key. So it went in. And it went straight into the High Court of London. And so he's going to lose everything, right? With this badge, because no one can contest it. That's the highest order in this world. And I'm claiming to be the new world order. Okay? Ahead of the Pope. It's me against the Pope now. Right? Where he gets his authority from. Who does he get his authority and jurisdiction from? And the church is not an admiral. Okay? Churches don't have admirals. No. Crooks do. Or the real native and his partner, the King of England, Wales, Ireland, Scotland, and the rest of the world now, Commonwealth, is this. Okay, I'm wearing it. Okay, that's why I'm wearing it, Luke. I want you to know for sure that we have legal powers yet for this country to wake up. In England, this is recognised, and this book is recognised too. Okay, that title is recognised, and we are recognised as the originals here with the surname. The surnames must sound, look like, and write like the original native surnames. The first there, and contest. Anybody can contest this. They haven't done so. They haven't done so yet. They haven't contested this book. No one, not even Maori. Maori is an invention of the Crown. Luke, Maori, name Maori and iwi was invented by the Crown to make land titles so that they can keep control of their Maori people. Now, Maori's got nothing to do with Moai. Moai is a native, Maori is a native hapu. Sorry, I'll rephrase that again. Maori is a iwi of the Crown copyright, patent, ownership. Okay? Maori. Maori Land Court, Maori Tribunal, Maori everything with a Maori on it, and the Queen is on that side. It's the Queen and their titles, the Lynn's titles, Australia, New South Wales, Victoria, okay? On the other side, with these coat of arms, is the King and the hapu, native, right? The hapu, okay? Them, not the iwi, the hapu, right? There's no such thing as iwi in Maori, because they invented that in 1945, the war period, so they can screw all the land titles off the soldiers when they went away. When they came back, the land was gone, you see? They sold it, or cut it up and put them in the swamp. put the Maoris in the swamp land and took all the best parts on the coastline. They're going to have to pay for that now. You're going to have to pay for the luxury of having the best parts of land, and you're going to have to pay, okay, under the Moai law. But however, if you join Moai, you'll get all the spoils back into your shares. Okay, shares. 1 trillion shares here in New Zealand, and 1 billion in each of 250 countries where these flags. 250 countries where these flags are going to go straight away. As soon as we get on the block, it's all set to go. Commonwealth government. That's a Commonwealth government in the book. There's a Commonwealth government in the book of 250 countries, straight there. Okay. So when you join as full membership. Your status will be British. Okay. British and us. Back to the old 4-state Britain. Okay? We're going to patch it all up in Devon and then go and wipe out Westminster and go back in there and set up again. No, it's too dirty in there. We'll make a new one. Okay, we'll make a hotel out of it for somebody else. Okay, we'll make a brand new place. Peter. Yeah, okay. So that's all I want to say, Luke. It's a bit long on the video, but however, I just want to let you see my head. That's King William's crown on the top. Right, that's his crown, and the 8 points of the star. His point is at the top for his immigrants here from Britain as our partners, and the 7 is the 7 wakas canoes from the different islands like Tahiti and Rarotonga, Samoa, and so forth, and New Zealand. Okay, and I'm just in my full uniform, and so just to let you see. That this one here is the coat of arms of Hanover. Okay, that one, and William on that side, and his 8 points, and my 8 point here. And this one here is the Satan's sheriff badge of the Queen and her estate in America. So that's that one. We're going to overrun with this one on this side. Overrun that one. So I'm wearing both sheriff's badges to talk to other sheriffs of lower authority than the King William. Okay? King William invented everything in the Acts of Parliament to make the Admiralty mortgage liens, to make pound note, banknotes, and so forth, to develop lands in other countries. Okay, so I'm coming to you from here in Otahu, Luke.Appleby, to TV1. If you want to know any more information, then have a look on my Facebook. It's all over the place there at the moment, and my website, mawaipowerhouse.com. It's ready to go with the shares out in the world. We've got our executive here in London. We've got Matt Taylor as a head of the Maui King William Trust, Maui King William party, a political party there, ready to go into Devon, England, and then into Westminster. He's already got the flag over there. It's been taken up to Buckingham Palace and Westminster. And so we just acknowledge that then, and we'll just join up this end first, and then go to England. Okay. So that's all I'll say for now, and we'll catch you soon. And bye for now. To the people watching in the world, this video was especially made for TVONEnews. They gave me a email, and I'm just replying to it. I'll just show you the email here. And the letter, I just got this here, I'll let you read it there. Okay, it just says, thanks John, if you don't mind, would you send me back an email? I'm on a couple of other calls tonight, the questions are below. You can just write your response below each question if you like. If you could sum it up in just a few sentences, what were your reasons for this action? That was on 1/61 Cook Street on the 28th of September 2015. Who were the people in the video wearing the uniforms? Well, they were the approved, authorized federal, United Nations federal marshals, okay? Through Hawaii and to here. They represent the Pacific Islands, okay? And New Zealand and us, our native people. As far as the Maui is concerned, I've given them approval to be using their badge on these lands. Okay. Were there any arrests from the action? No, there was no arrests for the actions, and the owners were more than likely, I'm assuming, that the owners told them to shut their mouth. Okay, because they'll get in trouble. And they are in trouble, Luke, because I'm taking the case up with the CIB now, Criminal Investigation Bureau, because I lodged a complaint at the same time. After they rang the police, I rang the police. The police came to the site for me, and it's logged into the complaints, and I'll take it up as soon as I get time to get it, right? So now I'll just show you the letter I put together for you, Luke. It goes there, Ngātu e Wā Aote Limited, Maui King William the First Trust. And so on. We're in Otahu, and it goes quite long. It goes right down to eight sections. Okay, just to explain myself for the 8th of September, and also the video. Okay, this video will be going in there as well. So you'll get that later on tonight, and so I will get back and finish the video off. Now I'm going to upload it onto YouTube, and then I will hang on, I can't see it. There we go. I will upload it, and then we'll catch you soon. Okay. So to our people watching around the world, thank you very much tonight for your being here with me to share in this experience. And I'll bring you further developments as it happens, but we are certainly going to take that block before long. The CIB will take over all my complaints, and they'll investigate the fraud, and it'll be a fraud. But I'm going to control it through England, not here, in the courts. It won't be going to the courts here because I can't handle it. Okay, only the High Court in London can handle this, and they take these evidence on Facebook as admissible in the High Court of Admiralty in London for cases over 200 million, and this is in the billions, okay, and trillions. These cases I do right around the world in the Commonwealth, where everywhere the Queen went, follow the money, in the Vatican, okay, and the Rothschild banks, everywhere they went with King William belongs to us, okay. The people that join us. It costs you nothing for a share, a £25 share, and you get to have a stake in it straight away. You don't have to buy any more shares after that because it'll fix itself up. You can if you want, but you don't have to. Okay, it'll just be perpetual savings all your life, and insured as well. You're insured in car, house, contents, and yourself. Okay, that's how it works when we take it all back from the beast, and that's the Vatican and the Jesuits and the Zionists and all these rubbish things that are going on against people and killing the skies and the seas and the fish and the land and poisoning everything. We're going to stop the poisons with this badge. We're going to stop the poisons with this badge. If you see anybody sees anything sprayed around the skies and test the waters, we're going to dish these badges out to everybody around the world to follow the king. Okay, follow the king, follow his pound note, and you'll be safe. Right, you can cash in all your money with this one and be safe. Okay, you can travel around with us. Okay, so this is John Wanoa, Auckland, New Zealand, saying good evening, and we'll see you again. Bye.